Okay, well, we got done eating our snack in Nancy Lewis Park, and now we're up on the Templeton Gap Trail, heading west, back to our storage unit. I have an old Campark 4K Ultra video camera, video camera, and I've just been using it to shoot, still photos. But I also have an old cell phone that shoots good photos too. And the one of the ladies that runs our manages our storage unit, basically she was just saying that she'd like to get a YouTube or a GoPro type camera. And I have a good friend, Alan Beauchamp, that as soon as he can find it is going to give me his old GoPro Hero camera. I don't know what version it is. It might be an actual first version Hero, but that's okay. I figured I could use that one to take pictures, still pictures, and then use this one to record, unless the one he gives me is actually better than this one. But that'd give me two cameras, and so I could have two video cams, or I could have a camera and a still camera. So I don't really need a third one. And so I decided I'd give her my Campark. I mean, I've had that thing for about 4 years. We only paid $40 for it. It was on sale on Amazon 4 years ago, and it has recorded at least a couple of hundred videos in its lifetime, and just seems to keep going. So hopefully to get her her first introduction into the crazy world of YouTube videos. Take her a while, just like me. I had to figure it all out by myself. I didn't have anybody telling me what to do. Had to figure I needed to have a video production program on my computer and load it in there. And so I use Movie Maker Pro, and Pro you have to pay for, but it was really inexpensive. It was only like $10 or something like that, one-time fee. And but they have a free version, so I'm going to tell her to get the free version to start with, and then if she decides that she wants the extras. I'm just finally starting to learn how to use the extras after all this time, just because I didn't understand how to add the extras, the special effects, or slow motion, or elapsed time, or something like that. You have to make the video and then go back and redo it to get your the special effects and all that stuff. Excuse me. And I just figured that out not too long ago. So it'll be a while before she gets anywhere near that phase. Yeah, it's nice they came in and they cut down the weeds, but they just leave it. They don't blow it off or anything. Just leave it. So it's kind of annoying. I think they'd have somebody cut and then somebody just blow it back into the, off the actual trail, but they don't. So guess I have to be happy they actually cut it. So, because it was getting pretty dang tall, boy.
Yep, it's over my head.
Yeah, it was over Joe's head, and Joe's a strapping 4'11 3/4, or as we call it, 5 foot. Because I'm the same way. I'm 5'11 3/4, but I call myself 6 foot. Actually, I kind of gave that up. I kind of just started calling myself 5'11".
4'11".
And I think I'm basically maybe, you know, 5'11 and a half now. So I've shrunk a whole half an inch, at least, if not the whole inch. I might only be 5'11". It's according to what scale I get measured on. Some say I'm 6 foot, some say I'm 5'11". And I got no problem with 5'11". That's fine with me. And my dear wife is short, whether she's 4'11" or whether she's 5 foot. Doesn't make any difference. We've been married for going on 43 years in October, and we've never found a way to stretch her out.
Nope.
Make her legs longer. She's got very short legs. She's about a 26-inch inseam. So, all right, like I said, we're on the Templeton Gap Trail. That's Pikes Peak again, in the haze. We're heading, as we say, we're heading back to the barn, or the storage unit. And then we have it's either 1.1 or 1.2 mile walk home, according to what you use to measure it. Because Strava says if you do one walk it one way, it's 1.4. My bike computer on the Sun Recumbent bicycle says it's only 1.1. We've done it walking, and sometimes it comes out of 1.2 one way. So I usually just call it, we go both ways. So I usually just say it's 2.4. So it's 1.2 each way. That's 1.2 miles each way. My poor wife pulls a hand cart with our stuff in it, including the battery for her e-trike. I pull it up the hills for her, but it's really uncomfortable for me because the handle's just too short. My feet run into the wheels and stuff. So I pull it up the hills for her to give her a break. And then of course if she wants a break, I'll pull it. But most of the time she just puts it right behind her and just walks away. But she's the perfect height for it. But by the time you get a summer afternoon, and we're not sure what the temp is. I heard it's only supposed to be 82. Joe heard it's supposed to be 85, 86. Feels like 85, 86. It's roasting. It's roasting well. Uh-huh. We take one of our water bottles and actually put it in the freezer. So this water bottle I'm drinking right now started out solid ice. You couldn't have drank anything out of it this morning when I pulled it out of the freezer. Now there's not even ice in it at all. It's still chilly. It's not cold, but it is chill, which tastes just fine. But I pretty much plan on soaking up this whole thing before we go, before we actually head home from the storage unit. That should get me back to the apartment, where I have a full gallon jug of or half-gallon. I think it's a half-gallon jug of ice cold water in the refrigerator. It's Friday, so we're having pizza. Yay! We like pizza. Pizza don't like us. Technically, Joe shouldn't have pizza. Joe says, heck with it, I gotta have a pizza. And I agree with her. Now, we do try to do a thin crust most of the time, although everybody quit selling our thin crust. We had this fabulous, you know, you just roll it out thin crust. It was really good, man. But the only place that was selling it after a while was our local Safeway stores. And now they quit carrying it. And I don't understand why, because they always ran out. So now we're using the pizza crust that come in a can, which won't be as healthy, that's for sure. But Joe's going to try to roll it a little flatter. So we'll try to make it a thin crust, out of it, which means she'll have to make a mess of the rolling pin. We're at Nevada Street now. Very major, busy north-south thoroughfare. This will get you all the way out to I-25 if you keep going. And then when they realigned it, they basically made Nevada going north into a frontage road for the interstate, and it goes so far, and then it's turned into a whole different street to go up to Academy Boulevard. For the life of me, I can never remember the name of that street. Dublin, okay. Yeah, it literally turns from Nevada Avenue to Dublin, just past a little sign. That's the only reason you know it changed. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much longer this camera will record. Now we have to wait for the turners. And we should be next. This car will let us go. They have a real bad habit of jumping right in front of us. If you're gonna go, go. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, Snot. You pushed the button, right? No, okay, it hasn't changed yet. I forget that. They give them a long time. They don't give it. Okay. They don't give us very long. So we have to cross Nevada Avenue and then go down Nevada Avenue just a little bit to pick up the trail again. By the flags and the way the bushes are moving, that the afternoon winds have shown up. There's about a 30-foot irrigation ditch on my right. Man, you would never want to go off, because it just, you'd go head over heels on a trike, because it's just almost straight down. It is deep, deep, deep. If this area over here got flooded, the whole rest of the town would be underwater. We have one behind our apartment complex where it's only about 12 feet deep. Nowhere near as deep as this one. But we're gonna jump off. The Templeton Gap Trail onto Cascade Street, because that's the main street that our storage unit is off of. And this way is a lot faster, because otherwise you have to go all the way around and come back up wood, and a bit of a pain in the bottom end. And I'm gonna have to go in the dirt here. Oh man, this is gonna be ugly. Yeah, I don't have quite as good a steering setup as Joe does, which seems a little crazy because she has a wider front end, but I guess that wider front end lets her set her bars a little further apart, so her bars don't run into the seat, quite the side of the seat, quite as fast as mine do. Because that's what on these indirect steering trikes, that's what limits your steering, is it basically runs into the seat. Now for hers in front, it would run into the what they call the crucible, or the crossbar on the frame. But for mine, well, it was running into the headsets, but I tilted my levers a little bit in, and now it'll do the same thing. But it stops at just before the crucible, or the cross member. But it's not so bad. I sent a message to the city of Colorado Springs, and they came out and they actually cleaned this, because the first time we used it, it was horrible. It was full of construction stuff. It was really bad. But they cleaned it, so that really helps. At the end of that street was a new bunch of what I will call the tiny homes. They don't look that tiny to us because we live in a one-bedroom apartment, so they look pretty spacious. But they're the new modern ones, you know, the tiny style homes, I guess I'll call them. Where these are just old trailer parks here. They still have some for sale. I wouldn't mind living in a trailer if I had the money to maintain it. It's gonna be really miserable. This puts us way out of the way. You know, we needed to continue straight. This is the Patty Wood golf course here, I believe. See, we can't even get across here because there's no outlet. If they had an outlet, we could get across here, but they don't have it. So we're gonna have to go all the way down here to the light. Oh boy, what a pain in the bottom end. Yeah. Oh well. We only have 3 seasons here in Colorado. We have winter, fall, and construction. We don't have spring or summer. We have winter, fall, and construction. But at least today I'm not having to pull the trailer. So yeah, we got to try to get across this street here, which is not going to be easy. I can tell you that. It's going to be a bit of a booger. There's a lot of traffic. Okay. Cars are going to want to run us over. Let's go! This is our normal little Walmart neighborhood market that we go shopping. In fact, we were here yesterday. Or no, 2 days ago. Wednesday. Yeah, we were here. And I was using the the recumbent bicycle, the cargo trailer that I affectionately call Tugger because it has to tug the trailer. Okay, well, that's as good as it gets, sorry. It's my only shot of humor. Oh, the Mercedes-Benz of America National Headquarters. I didn't know that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize we had the Mercedes-Benz National Headquarters here in Colorado Springs. Well, the Mercedes-Benz Club National Headquarters, Mercedes-Benz Motors. That's cool though. Wow. Of course, I'll never be able to afford a Mercedes-Benz. They do have some cool little sport cars I like. I'm not much on the SUVs or the sedans or stuff. But I do like some of their sport cars. Okay. So now we're gonna go back up whatever this is to LaSalle. This is Prairie. So yeah, we had to go probably at least a half to 3/4 of a mile out of our way because of the construction on the sidewalks, which I really don't understand, because the one that the one that they blocked for us that we need, that one was in good shape. There was really no reason to replace it. And it was already a you know, ADA compliant sidewalk, but for some reason,
Unless you're putting in some sort of drainage.
yeah, Joe just said they might be putting in drainage, which is, all of the corners in Colorado Springs could use drainage. Whew, it's getting warm. Okay, so we're now on LaSalle, and we'll take this back up to where we can get back on the trail. But we'll head this way to do it. Eagle View Homes. Oh, these must be new condos. I didn't realize they had condos back here. I like the balconies and the patios. But I wonder, because I got to tell you, as much as I'd rather have a patio, if I have to have somebody above me if I'm buying a home, we'll go upstairs. I don't want people on my head if I'm buying a home. I don't have any problem, you know, renting and having people on my head. That's just renting, you know. But if I'm buying something, I don't want to hear people stomping across my roof. Just don't want to hear it. Whew. Yeah, this is the only bad thing about this, is that we lose all the nice shade that's on the Rock Island. They don't have a ton, but it does have at least some. LaSalle here is just, yeah, it's just hot, hot, hot. But we can get back on the Rock Island Trail up here. I don't know how much I got left in my battery. I haven't pushed this GoPro battery all the way to the end yet. In my old cam park, I get about an hour out of a battery. But since this is an older This is an older GoPro. It's probably about 12 years old, because they're up to GoPro 11, and this is a GoPro 3. So yeah, it's been around a long time. Worst problem is that when we go back, we have to climb that huge hill on Union that we got to just, you know, haul buns down. Yeah, that's where I'm heading. Yeah, we're running into a grade school and a kind of a wimpy city park here. But it does have a, I don't know if I don't know if the playground belongs to the school or if it belongs to the park itself. But they do a lot of, they don't actually have a marked off field, but haven't seen it though in a while. For several summers in a row, you know, they had, you know, they did soccer games. Now, I couldn't tell you what elementary school this is. I know it's an elementary school, but that's all I know. Okay, so we're going to get back on the trail here. Sharp edge there. Well, they gave us just enough room, man. I mean, just enough. Woo! It's close. Yeah, it's the one bad thing about a trike. It's wide. Let's stop here and get a drink, dear. Woo, that was a hot run there.
Pausing ride. Pausing ride.
Oh yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's gotten very warm. What time is it?
It's supposed to get up to like 85, 86 today.
Oh, okay, because all I saw was 82. Still, it's 80.
It'll be in the 90s in Pueblo.
Yeah, probably be close to 100 in Pueblo. Pueblo is a medium-sized city down south of us in Colorado Springs. It's about 40 miles from Colorado Springs, I believe. And yeah, Joe's going by because she's got e-assist. And but they don't have a lot of, you know, one thing I like about Pueblo is they have a, at least in the summer, it's hotter, but they don't have as much cloud and rain and stuff as we do most of the time, unless it just happens to be coming from the south, which is kind of rare. So but watching some good friends scream, let me out. Howdy. Hello?
Yeah.
She cheats, she has the assist. But yeah, this is the, okay, they do have a playground out here just for the park. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, they used to do a whole lot of soccer matches out here, but I haven't seen that in the last couple of years. Now, I guess they've decided to stop it or something. Kind of a shame. It's an awful lot of grass with nothing. You know, I don't really, I mean, I understand the grass for the open space part of it, but hey, throw a picnic table every once in a while. You know, have some place to sit. You know, and then put a small metal covering over it or something, or wood covering, so you know, so there's shade. Got a park and there's no place to sit down. and no bathroom. That's where Colorado Springs is absolutely the pits. I'm sorry. The city does a lot of good, but man, when it comes to bathrooms and parks, hardly any of our parks have bathrooms. And forget using them in the wintertime. Come October, they close them puppies up. Go ahead, Joe. Howdy. And yeah, that is one bad thing about the Colorado Springs park system, is that they just don't put bathrooms in hardly any of these parks. And the ones that did have bathrooms that, you know, malfunctioned, you know, because of age and stuff, when they redid the park, they just took them out. They didn't replace the bathroom. So you can go 10, 12, 14 miles on trails, maybe longer. No place to go to the bathroom. Probably got, oh, they don't have this one closed off. I'm amazed. Usually this one's closed off because of water. Well, let's see if we can make it. Let's see. No, I see mud. That Circle Drive, the Circle Drive underpass on the trail, and if it rains, it gets full of water. It's the worst worst design on the planet. Yeah, they have no drainage whatsoever, or no decent drainage, because whatever they have just gets plugged up by the mud, and it does no good. At least one. If it goes, try to go. That will go. Okay, don't block the thing. Turn, dear. You should have turned. Well, it's close. This is a Dollar Tree here, so it's closer to go that way. Go down the sidewalk and go up than it is to come all the way around. That, and you never know if this dirt spot up here is full of mud. Hopefully it's not. It's usually dead in the sun, so usually dries up pretty fast. Yeah. At least I love the name of that bowling alley, the Pinhead. Pinhead's Bowl. Ends with a Z. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I blew it. I should have got out of his way. But sometimes the bikes are so quiet we don't hear them. Yeah, there is a bit of breeze, so that makes noise going by your ears. But I should have been single file. So if he wanted to complain, he had the right. But I was yakking instead of paying attention, so I got to quit doing that. Okay, now we're heading for the Dollar Tree, where we pick up our cheap alkaline batteries, if they have them. Huh. It looked like there's hardly anybody here this morning. Oh boy. new panorama part because they rebuilt it totally, and man, it's got some nice stuff. You know, it's got, you know, like a spray thing for the kids to walk through, you know, to keep cool, and all kinds of, you know, physical equipment, exercise equipment, outdoor style. I don't know if I'll make this light or not, but I'm gonna try. Oh man, I'll bring it up. Yeah, starting to get towards the end of the day, and my legs are letting me know that they're tired. That's the reason that I will have e-assist someday. Just because with my arthritis, I have an arthritis called ankylosing spondylitis. Yeah, ain't that that's a tongue twister for sure. And as I age, it makes all the joints around the tendons, or all the tendons and ligaments around the joints, there we go, weak. And now that I'm 68, I'm really starting to feel it. And it's really come on kind of strong in the last 2 years. And when I was 60, you know, 65, 66, I didn't think I'd ever need e-assist. I felt, you know, I felt strong. But the last 2 years has changed my mind. I definitely need e-assist. Because I have a feeling that the old legs are just going to get weaker. No matter how much it doesn't really seem to help to ride. You know, it used to be if I rode a lot, my legs got stronger feeling. They're not doing that anymore. They're good for a little while, and then they're not happy. Doesn't make any difference. I love to ride, so. So I will ride anyway, even without e-assist, even if I am tired. And of course, on top of that, the arthritis has, sorry for the wind noise. I don't have an external mic that I can cover up with the I think they call it cat whiskers or something like that. Stuff to help mellow out the wind. I don't have that. So, you know, all I had was a little tiny microphone on the top of the camera. I'm actually amazed that I can actually be heard, because the mic is actually covered by the holder. Come fall, I can when it cools down a little bit, I can put it in the waterproof case, and if I have a open back. Of course, I don't actually have the case for this camera. I have a friend that is giving me his old GoPro. I mean, it's like really old. It's an original Hero, and wow, that's cool. That is one beautiful dress, man. come over here because this one's still in the shade. Like I said, this is Nancy Lewis Park. One of our city parks here. Beautiful. It's got a pond and a fountain, and it's just a beautiful park. One of the few places that actually has picnic tables here in Colorado Springs. That's quite a stunning wedding dress that one young lady has. I lived in a trailer when I first joined the Air Force out in a little tiny place called Adelanto, California. I was stationed at George Air Force Base, and sadly not married to Joe, but my first wife, Terry. And we really liked the little trailer we lived in, man. It was very comfortable. But it used an oil heater, so you had to get a 55-gallon drum, have them put it up on the on a rack, and that's what you use. So technically, Adelanto in Victorville, California, is in the high desert, but it still gets quite cold in the winter. They don't have much snow, rarely any, but it gets quite cold, down into the low 30s and stuff. So man, you would go through that 55-gallon of oil very quickly in the winter time. So we got to be, we decided we were going to move because of the expense. And then the old oil heater, the old oil heater in the trailer gave up, it died, and they didn't want to replace the trailer or the heater. So we had to find a different place to live. So we found this little one-bedroom apartment that, I kid you not, was actually a converted chicken coop. At one time it was a big chicken coop, and they converted it into apartments. It never smelled like chicken, you know what? Never did, but it always had an ant problem. And it was haunted. In the bedroom, you'd come out of the bedroom after just making the bed, putting the pillows down, and the next thing you know, both pillows were standing on end. There was never any ghosts, there was never any groaning or, rattling of this or that or whatever, just the pillows. And I always put the pillows on the end, standing up on the end. I don't know why, because I am sure chickens don't use pillows. Don't know. The only Ghostbusters thing that happened was that pillows would stand up on end every day. And they'd only do it once. If you put them back down, they'd stay for the rest of the time until the next day. So I guess that's how the paranormal being that lived there liked it. just about to the storage unit. Oh, car back. Clear? Yeah, they kind of, okay, we got another car back. They kind of come flying around that corner. And it's kind of a 90-degree corner, so the mirrors don't pick it up real well. They have to pretty much make the whole corner before our mirrors on our, we have helmet mirrors and we really like them, but you know, like any mirror, they have limitations. And these mirrors are a lot smaller than the mirrors on your car or truck. So, and mine's even smaller than Joe's is. Car back. Who's ever behind the other says car back, so they know there's a car back there. It can be car back, bike back, runner back. If it's coming from the other way, you can say front, but usually on a city street we don't bother with that. Like I said, we only have 3 seasons here in Colorado Springs. We have winter, we have fall, we have construction. We don't get spring and summer. We get winter, we get fall, and we get construction. It's all summer long is, all spring and summer long is construction. You would think a town that's 150 years old, that's how old Colorado Springs is, wouldn't need much construction, but it's always happening, boy. Everywhere. All over the whole city, and it's a big city now. It's like 400,000 people or something like that. It's a crazy amount of people. When Joe and I graduated high school in 1973, there was only 150,000 people here. So it's grown almost 3 times. Well, I was going to have you pull up in the shade and wait. Shouldn't take me too long. Oh man, I got up too quick. Whew.
Pausing ride.
Okay, well, we're here and I'm having trouble doing this button, so I'm going to turn you all off, say thank you for watching, and just a big shout out to our subscribers. We really appreciate you. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, the thumbs down if you got a problem. We'll see if we can correct it. Hit the click on the bell logo if you want to find out when our next video is up and coming. And if you do like it, hey, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. All right, you all have a great rest of your Friday and have an excellent weekend. This is BJ and Joe Ondo out and about on the Recumbents.